Hi guys, this is going to be a follow-up to my previous video where I've unboxed a particular retro computing item, obviously, and that happens to be a video card that I'm aiming to put in this Compaq, this AMD Compaq. And this is going to be part 2 of that video where I will show you what this computer functions with the old card before I put the new card in, and see how well that performs. So let's take a look at it for ourselves. Alright, so now we're here at the AMD Compaq, which is situated right beneath the monitor right here. I know the camera angle is a little bit wonky, but like I had the tripod situated to point where the monitor is. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and power it on here. I haven't powered this thing on in a while, so are you ready? 3, 2, 1, smoke test! And you got something on the screen. Compaq. Go to Windows 98, because why not? So this is the boot screen of Windows 98, obviously. You can see those strawberry lines on the screen, but like the screen's at 70 Hertz, so it's a good thing that I'm using this Yamera camera app on my iPhone. It allows me to adjust the shutter speed of this camera, this iPhone camera, so that way, because like if I taking this on the normal camera app on this iPhone, then the strobe effect will be pretty much present, and it's gonna be like eye-soring for you guys. So this should hopefully help with that. Okay, there's my background wallpaper, and let's go ahead and hit escape. These speakers, you know, I gotta say, after hearing the sounds coming out from the other speakers, these speakers are well, they're not really as good sounding as the other JBL Platinum speakers that I have over there. Those are much more bassier than this one, I gotta say, but these ones, they get the job done for this particular Compaq, I guess. But oh well. Now currently what we have here, oh yeah, you know what I just realized, because like I have something that I've been wanting to do for a while. It's getting CPU-Z or CPU-Z running on Windows 98. I actually have a version of CPU-Z that will work on Windows 9X, including Windows 95 and ME too. Alright, I'm gonna have to plug it down here where the USB 2 card is at. Alright, so now I got the USB thing in place. This thing does have a USB 2 card, and this USB 2 card works well on Windows 98. I know USB 2 cards may be hit or miss on Windows 98, but this one works just as well as it should be. Okay, so I know this USB, it was for that DB9417 HP Pavilion laptop, the one that I have, but you know, it has a lot of stuff for Windows 9X, I guess. Well, I don't know, not that much, but I have this. So we're gonna, oh yeah, this is not this is not an installer. It's just the actual program itself. But okay, so CPU-Z Vintage Edition. So this is an AMD Athlon Thunderbird, a socket A for 462. So running at 800 megahertz, cache 512 megs. This mouse has a really bad scroll wheel, but you know, I used it here because the one with the better scroll wheel is pretty much over there in the Intel Compaq setup. NVIDIA Core NV11 revision B2. So this is version 1.04.0 for May 2023, Windows 98, DirectX 9C. So this is the last version of CPU-Z Vintage Edition for 9X systems. Well, we got CPU-Z running on here, and I got hardware info installed on here too for some detailed info. So what we got here? So right now we have an NVIDIA GeForce 2 MX400 in this computer. So AGP4 at disabled or something, but 64 megs of graphics memory running SD-RAM, 128-bit graphics memory with etc. But we do have a NVIDIA GeForce 2 MX400 in here on this computer, which it's pretty exactly the same card that's in my childhood Compaq. I mean, good for what it is, but not that powerful enough to run at least some of the games that I would probably enjoy on here. And I could probably do a 3D Mark test if I have that something in there. I don't think I have it in here. Nope. Oh, is it under benchmarks? Yes, 3D Mark. 3D Mark 2001 SE. So we'll go ahead and install that. Okay, so to test out our comparison between this GeForce MX400 that's currently in here and the other one that I'm gonna put in here afterwards, is we're gonna test to see how well this card performs in 3D Mark 2001 first. So let's do benchmark. So game 1 card chase, low detail, 1024 by 768 at 32 or something like that. Okay, it's gonna run the test. So average frames is like around like 30 to like 40. There's like 50 goes in this place. This is low quality mode, so I think I average is like 30, 40. Oh, it's slightly dropped down there to 20 there. Okay, game 1 card chase, high detail. So time remaining 6 minutes on these tests, seems like it. So let's take a look at for ourselves. High detail. Oh wow. 15 frames per second. Wow, you can really tell the frames drop in here. So because I know another YouTuber did this test on one of their retro builds with this exact card or something similar to that, and it got the same result. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. Dragalistic, low detail. So 25 frames per second here, 27, 33, 40, 49, 44, 35, 36, 33, 36, 40, 41, 42, 44, 41, etc., etc., etc. So Dragalistic, high detail. Now this is a pretty demanding test, especially for older hardware like this one, obviously. Oh wow, oh, you can pretty much see missing geometry. Look at that. Earlier you can see some missing geometry right there. So FPS 17, so wow, we're really under 16 frames per second, so we're under the 10s. So lobby, low detail. Let's see how demanding this thing is. Well, it's a pretty good frame rate. Well, we got like near 60, so this one's slightly better. I mean, I'm not too sure. Now we're dropping down to 20s. Okay. And now for lobby high detail. It's probably going to get more demanding here. So we're down to 25, 19, 18 frames per second. So 20, 18, 20s. We're down to 20s. Now we're down to 17s. 15 frames per second, 18, 17, 25, 14, 15, whatever. You can take a look at that frames per counter. You can see, you can tell how demanding, you know. I know we want higher frame rates. Nature, no hardware support, skipping tests because this graphics card doesn't have support for something like that. Now we do fill rate, single texturing. Wow, this one's pretty slow. This is multi-texturing fill rate. Slightly faster. If I had another card, you know, like the one that I just got recently, it should perform better. High polygon count, 1 light. Let's take a look for ourselves. So that's how it looks like. I mean, it's a bit lower frame rate, obviously. Let's take a look at 8 lights, high polygon count. This is going to be pretty demanding. Wow, look at that. Look at that choppiness. That is so choppy. Take a look at that. Environment bump mapping, no hardware support because this card does not have that. Same with the nature thing from earlier. Dot 3 bump mapping. Let's take a look at that for ourselves. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Vertex shaders. Let's see. So we basically got the assets from the lobby game test, obviously, for this thing. Pixel shader, no hardware support because I guess this card doesn't have any. Advanced pixel shader, that doesn't have any too. And then next, it's just gonna go through the images. Point sprites. Okay, point sprites. We're not gonna go to there yet. Well, not to the images again, but like. So, it's point sprites. Okay, now we're getting into the image quality. Game 1. So, let's take a look at that, what it looks like. Now, game 2. And game 3. So all these, they're pretty much using single frame shots. And game 4, no hardware support because that's nature. This card does not support that. So we scored 2223 3D marks. With another card like the one I have here, it's probably going to score a lot higher. So I'll save this. I'll save the results here. So let's do test 1. So that's that. There's also PC Mark 2002 that I could try on here. Maybe for another time. I'll probably do that off camera. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and, we're going to power this thing off and put the new card in. So let's go ahead and take a look at that for ourselves. Alright, so now I have the computer situated right here on the floor, obviously. Well, I mean, that's how I do anyways. But anyways, I I got a screwdriver here, obviously. This is not the main screwdriver that I use to take apart these screws. This is the one that I have at the moment, but anyways, let's go ahead and take these screws out. This one only has one because it's missing the other one at the bottom there, but that's fine. Now, to open this up, we need to pull down this latch and then pull out like so. If I can get that way. There we go. Got it out. And here's the innards of my AMD Compaq. So, what we basically have here, turn up the ISO. So, looking at here, this is the GeForce 2. That's the GeForce 2 MX200. That's what I'm led to believe. This card right here. I've been using this ever since I got GPU upgrades, graphics card upgrades for both the AMD and the Intel Compaq. This replaced the NVIDIA Reba TNT2 Model 64 that used to be in this Compaq, because that's what this Compaq originally came with that card. It originally shipped with that card. It originally came with that card. But anyways, I'm going to be taking this out and replacing it with this one. It's an ATI Radeon 9100 graphics card, obviously, and this is a rebranding of the Radeon 8500 LE card. Obviously, it's similar. Now, as far as ports go, I do want to make a little correction to this one. I thought this port as like video in, video out, but video in, video out connectors look different than this one. This one accepts a general S video plug, but has 3 extra pins for composite signals and whatnot. But anyways, this is, as it says right here, Radeon 9100, 64 megabytes, DDR, V/D/VO. So V stands for VGA, D stands for DBI, and VO stands for video out, I guess. I don't think video in, video out, but this is a ATI Radeon 9100. It was almost out of frame. And there's a little chip on here that says ATI Rage Theater. I want to know what that is. But that's the chip that's on here. It has a fan, a built-in fan on here. I'd be interested to see how this will kind of like, because like the noise level in this thing is like, I don't know. It's mainly because of the CPU fan, like right there. But now we're going to be taking out the GPU, the old GPU on this thing, the one I have for a little while now. So we take this out. Now once I do remove this, I am going to be taking out I am going to be reinstalling drivers for the ATI Radeon. I am going to be installing drivers for the ATI Radeon card that I'm going to be putting in here. But here it is. Here's the old card. It's an NVIDIA GeForce 2 MX200. Well, this is a GeForce 2 MX400, so I have to correct myself on that. And from like a few moments ago, but like, this is the card that's similar to the one that's in my childhood Compaq, because it also has a GeForce 2 MX. So, yeah, nothing that special. Now this is going to be put in storage, possibly for another PC build or whatnot. So I'm going to be putting it inside here. So I have the card inside that static bags, ready to be used for another build later. And now I'm going to insert this card in. I'd be interested to see if this thing actually works with this Compaq or not. We'll soon see. I just got to take one of these connectors out from the sound card in order for me to put this in. So ensuring I get it in properly. So just insert one side, other. Just making sure I get it in there. It should be in. So now all I need to do is take my screwdriver and screw it on there. Now they did say that this card was tested and working, so at least it should work in the long run. I don't know about capacitors or anything, but like, if anything, like a skilled engineer could, you know, recap it, obviously. But as far as this one goes, it's fine for what it is. I know some will probably be on the know-how saying that, oh, you need to like replace it, replace all the capacitors on there so you can gain full, you know, full functionality and won't cause any problems. But like, well, I figured, hey, why not? Even if this thing explodes on me, I don't know. Fate would only tell. Now that I have the new card in place, I'm gonna put this thing back on and then seal it up. It's fairly easy, you know, on this particular Compaq model that I have, to take off the side panel covers. I mean, I'm only saying that because the Intel Compaq that I have, which is of the same model series, the side panel was a little bit hard to take off. Probably because of something. But this one I can take it off with little to no effort. But yeah, now I'll be putting this in its regular home and see how well it performs. So yeah, check back with you in a bit. Alright, so now I have the Compaq situated in its regular home, and I'm gonna have to stop the video here because obviously this video has already gone way too long as it is. So I am gonna be splitting this video up into like this part into like two separate parts. So this will be part 2A, and the other ones and the other video that's going to be coming after this, where we'll show you how it works, how this new card works. It's going to be part 2B, as I would call it. So yeah, so stay tuned for the next one, where I will be testing out this new card's pace, obviously, in the benchmarking, and we'll see how that performs. We'll find out. So thank you guys for watching this, and I hope to see you on the next one. See ya.